This really does enhance so much. So gearing off to the northwest, heading up towards Blackbush, about 4.5 miles north of us. Then where he's going back to, indeed he is due to go back to Blackbush. He's heading in the right direction, which is always a good starting point as the Airbus starts to move out onto the runway. Airbus and the flight test crew today would like to dedicate today's flying display by the XLR to Michel Retief, who passed away on Tuesday at the age of 101. And Michel was the test flight engineer on the first flight of Concorde and was the last surviving member of that crew. Concorde paved the way for further European collaborations in the aviation industry, taking to the air for the first time on the 2nd of March 1969. And the first Airbus program, the A300B, was launched only a few weeks later. 55 years on, the A321 XLR, Airbus's newest creation, has just received its certification and has been displayed at Farnborough by an Anglo-French team. And so they wish to dedicate to the memory of Michel Retief. That was from Mal Ridley this morning, and the next line of the email saying this information and email is from Prudential. I don't know if you're that. We're just going to do the normal Airbus display, which is dramatic. It's a very fast aircraft, as you can't hear. Airborne, steep pullback, then to move away to the display line, climbing up to around about, over 500 feet, then turn around and come back at 500 feet. Now, the ongoing certification flight test campaign is really in its final stages. The EASA certification came through last week. Still using operators to test everything in the way of airworthiness, compliance, operation support on day one when they deliver to people. XLR, range of 4,700 nautical miles, which is around about 11 hours non-stop. Now what does that actually mean in real terms? Well, that's places like New York to Rome, or London to Vancouver, Delhi to London, Sydney to Kuala Lumpur, and that makes the XLR open new opportunities for non-stop flights, linking primary and secondary cities all around the globe. XLR will also complement the traditional wide-body aircraft by serving the same routes at off-peak times, or in cases of significant seasonal variation in demand. And of course, the half that reason is that Airbus pilots can operate on all the range of Airbuses, all the normal twin-engine Airbuses, with hardly any training to swap between the two. So the cockpit is designed so pilots can fly multiple types, things like the A318, the 19, the 320, 321, the Neil domes are all covered on one guy's tickets or lady's tickets. Wide-body jets such as the A330 and 350 only require a few hours in a simulator to convert to type. The 380 has its own type rating as a separate item altogether. Higher maximum takeoff weight for a longer range with increased payload. New permanent rear centre tank has been placed in, length carries 12,900 litres of extra fuel. Obviously reinforced landing gear and nose gear will increase maximum takeoff weight. And installations are also enhanced for high altitude and long range flights, and they're also using a mix of sustainable fuel. Sustainable fuel, as will the HER be using, is made up of waste oil, fats, non-food crops, those sort of things. And so what? Well, that reduces the CO2 emissions by around about 80%. And today this aircraft is flying with a mix of sustainable fuel. It's now come through, coming back into the slow, high alpha class, slow speed class, not the sort of thing you normally see on an island. Yesterday, we had those wonderful vortices that came into land with a high humidity just off the outboard part of the flaps. And those great shots I saw of Lion and of him coming in to do that. Mark, you're hovering with a piece of paper. What are you doing?
I was just going to say, Airbus have been announcing multiple orders throughout this particular week. A couple of the more noticeable ones, Virgin Atlantic having ordered 7 new A330neos, and they're going to be powered by the Rolls-Royce Trent 7000. Also, Japan Airlines purchased 20 A350-900s and 11 A321neos.